your wish. We are quickly now.
Alrighty, everyone, we are here once again with some more Rome 2. This one has a few extra factions, like these boys here, because we are using the New World mod, so thank Monsieur Genesis for that one. I will say, I'm not playing my, as the Norris likes to say, pay-to-win faction, because I already did that once this game, and I decided I would do something smarter. That's right. So this is one that I'm in it. It came from Saturdays. There were a few good fights in here, but this one was just so crazy that I had to do it. Real fast, we'll actually start with the attackers. Don't want to spoil the surprise. No, it is going to kind of spoil the surprise in a second. But first off, we do have Cyprus with Enoris. Now, Enoris here has 3 Galatian Royal Guard, including his general, 1 Giant Ballista, 3 Mercenary Cretan Toxotes, which are just Cretan archers, 3 Agima Spears, 1 Levy Phalangites, which is just a Levy Pike, and 4 Mercenary Egyptian Levy, along with 4 Mercenary, or not even Mercenary, 4 Militia Hoplites. Don't mind that, that's not important. Let's go over to Rome next. I know I'd like to normally do this, like, through there, but, there's a reason for that. Also, Rome apparently has shield wall in this mod as well. Okay, that's what that is. Rome is played by I Like Trains. Now, though we can't see everything, he does have a Legatus General, 2 Socii Equites, 1 Auxiliary Amazon Archer, one of the new units, 1 Balearic Slinger, 2 Auxiliary Syrian Archers, 2 Auxiliary Amazonian Infantry. Do we see those? No, we don't. They're still hiding somewhere. And on top of that, we have 2 Gladiatresses, 2 Astati, 1 Praetorian Guard, and then 6 Principes. Gaeti here is being played by Titled Sum. Now he's got 3 Noble Swords, including his general, a Giant Ballista, 4 Dacian Heavy Bowmen, 4 Heavy Spears, 1 Regular Spear, and 7 Sika Warriors. Which, there you go. I believe the sword is the Sika, which is why they're called Sika Warriors. Now, let's, just do this. That's perfect right here. That's the view we need. We have the Etruscans, or the Turia, being played by Mandalore, who was new to the streams. I have no ill will towards him. He was a fun person to play with, even if we did argue a bit. And then this happened to him. So I do hope to see him again. If you are watching Mandalore, I really do hope to see you again. For another fight night. But we do have an Etruscan Heavy Hoplite General, 1 Italian Ballista, 4 Etruscan Archers, 5 Etruscan Axe Infantry, 5 Etruscan Manipular Infantry, and 4 Etruscan Thraeos Spears. So let's actually show off some of these cool units. So these should be these are the Axe Infantries. That's the Thraeos. This back here is a Manipular, the Manipular Infantry. This is the Heavy Hoplite right here. So we're just going to do this real fast. Yep, that's just all his army. Don't mind that. Alright. Then we'll get into the defenders. So let's start with Carthage, brought to us by the Dan the Man himself. He's got 3 noble cavalry, including his general, as well as a mercenary companion cavalry. He also has 1 mercenary Balearic Slinger, along with 3 mercenary Cretan Toxotos, 4 mercenary Gallic warriors, 2 Samnite warriors, and 1 Scutari. Another thing about this mod that you might not know is the chevrons are a lot cheaper than normal, which is why you're about to see this army from Odrysia. Propane here, his army is made up of 2 parts. He's got 4 Thracian Slingers, and then 6 Thracian Nobles, all triple gold chevroned. That's right. The man is a monster. And that's because they're 30 gold for Chevron, but they do less. As you can see, they're not as high, but triple gold Chevron is still 85 attack. They're still over 100 with the, what do you call it, with the headhunt. Now, we do have Aravaki next by Mr. Joe on it. He's got a noble cavalry general. He's got 2 Balearic slingers, 2 Iberian slingers, 2 bull warriors, 2 guerrilla warriors, 2 Iberian swords, and 6 Qatari. That's right, Joe actually brought some guerrillas, and he also brought these units. So the bull warriors. Very interesting unit, basically a berserker, a Iberian berserker. Now we have my army, Libya, Charlie 60. I see. So I got 2 swords of Baal Hamoon, including the general, 6 Libyan. Wait, that doesn't seem right. Oh, that's right. That's a boring army. No, what I've got here is 2 African war elephants, including my general, as well as 2 African elephants. I have 5 Numidian riders, and of course 6 Numidian light infantry. That's right. It's a party right off the bat, and here's where the Skitari is. I also brought a pulley bolts because I thought it would be fun. I tried to turn the pulley bolts around here because I knew it would be an amazing shot, but it broke the pulley bolts, and it made me really fucking mad. But yeah, honestly, this would be a great map for one. They're like little machine guns, so you put one right here, or you put one right up here, and just to fire away. Or even one here. Just to yeet shots, just across here, do some real damage. I wanted to do something different. And because this army wasn't it wasn't enough of a joke. You know? But with that, all the armies are in the comps. Put down here, if you haven't seen it yet, do you think they're going to win or lose? And who had the best army and why was it Libya? I'll see you on the battlefield. Alrighty, we're getting this party started right now. That's right. So just everything's moving slowly. So I start off 2 boys along the side here. Infantry charging. Walking these, and I'm about to run them in a second. I just want the infantry to go in first. Now rush to a charge. Hit blast through so I can get to the archers. As that's going, basically the point here is breaking a hole through, hitting the archers here. These 2 guys are going around. These guys are continuing to rotate, trying to get around, while the light infantry is just absorbing ammo and trying to do some damage. Dan here is coming around with his companion cav and 3 noble cav. Joe is moving up with some of his guerrillas himself. That breaks off, though it does stop for a second, as these guys get ready here. Here and into that Italian ballista. I don't know if I said that. Gaty is firing, trying to break a hole in that wall. I like to break a hole in this wall because you tend to put a bunch of boys on there. So this one over here adds as a nice little spot of interest. And of course, we are on Joe's favorite map, so I had to make it memorable. I almost forgot to mention that, and that would have been an unfortunate incident. I wanted to scare him a little bit, then I started to rotate around. Archer's still going. Another charge in. Over here, we're finally breaking through. Yep, that one broke. So going to hit these boys in the back. Here's a breakthrough here. A lot of the infantry here is dead. But they have taken some pretty heavy casualties. Basically what I'm trying to do is just smash as much as I can up of this. Especially the ranged. Right into those. These Numidians rotate around. Having them target these guys here. Continue that fight. Those Numidians are losing now, so let's get them out of there. Breaking through here, so now some of the infantry in the middle can break through. Numidian riders still trying to cut down in the middle. Almost got this last unit here. Noble cavalry here doing some real work. Gonna silence these axe infantry so they don't hit the nobles anymore. But also help break this axe infantry. But that is finally going with 187 kills. They're about half strength. My cavalry's back into the fight, trying to smash into these manipular infantry. 69 kills, nice. Yep, that boy runs away. We have some of these Socii Equites here now, along with the Legatus coming around. Most of this has been dealt with, just keeping infantry in, trying to do some real damage, hit where I can. Like right here into the back of these Axe Infantry, so you can break them. Is he about to charge those hoplites? Oh, they are facing the wrong way. Oh gosh. Let's see if he actually does anything crazy with them. Facing the wrong way, hit in the back. Oh my gosh. Just as the Socii Equites try to come in the front to protect him. Decent amount of kills. Numidian Riders just moving slowly. Going to hit into these Axe Infantry to try to do some more damage on them. Eliminating what I can. Socii's back in. Oh, these guys on kills 134. Let's see if I get this before they get forced into a shield wall or anything like that, or get formed up. Bam. Got formed up, but they didn't get into any formation. Just gonna... yeah. Cut down a bit. They're gonna route out and hit into this. Basically, it's over at this point, so I'm just aiming for as much damage here. Nice hit with those nobles. One of my boys came back. General Noble Cavalry still had really healthy. Same with the companion. Two nobles here doing some real damage. Just continuing to rotate, trying to do what I can. Because the guerrillas here are winning. But I'm going to get into a position where I start hitting back and forth. Yep, there we go. Going on in, right into the back to help these guerrillas out. As that fight's going through, infantry here is still protecting, so he's got his levies here protecting against the sally out from that side. Which makes this very difficult. That means the only way we can hit him is going this way. Which is very, very dangerous. Now, if we had archers up here, we could have shot down, done some real damage. But outside of that, this is just still continuing the fight. Getting into these guys before they're set up, which is really nice. The companion cav scaring these boys away. Then hitting these guys to prevent the rear charge. Or at least mitigate the rear charge and weaken them as much as possible. Then getting in here to help these guys out. He's at hold on, was that right? 227 kills with those guerrillas. This is pretty much the end of these Numidian Riders. They're at 24 men, 175 kills. So not bad in terms of that fight. But we do have Gaety marching his Sikas in, trying to get in, and the first charge of actual infantry combat out inside the city walls is getting prepared for. Before we get to that, yep, no, those Numidian Riders are still trying to hold out. They all got to 196. Let's see if they get to 200. Now they don't. These guys are at 188. That Noble Cavalry is at 108, still really healthy. And there's the Companion Cavalry getting right in there. Cutting down. They're at 122 and still at 77 kills. I love Mercenary Companion Cavalry. Even though they're a melee cav, they feel like a shot cav. They then feel like a melee cav afterwards. So a lot of this map is very empty for the attackers to just start maneuvering in. Mainly because there's not a lot inside the walls. Those Companion cav just continuing to crush. And he's going to rotate those out. So which side engages first? The Odrissans or Cyprus? By the way, I want you to know this Iberian swordsman is a god. If I don't get back to him, I just need you to know that. Most important bit. Oh no. These poor Sikas. Headhunt has been engaged. I actually don't like headhunt before the charge. Once the charge ends is when I like the headhunt. And the reason for that is to... The reason for that is to maximize that melee attack buff. Because the charge bonus is already going to beat most infantries. That unit is literally at is under half strength already. Yep, that's gone. This is what I mean by the Polybus breaks. For whatever reason, I think Polybuses actually can't fire over those. But yeah, the cavalry's hiding there, so there's now an Etruscan manhunt to go deal with it. And a lot of his remaining Etruscan units have good kills. Like, I'm seeing a bunch of over 100. So it's not like Mandalore came out bad for this. Yeah, that unit's gone already. What did that put? He lost 20-something men, 130 kills. Next up, we have Cyprus preparing, continuing to prepare. They're in the settlement. They kind of just got booty blasted by the Iberian swordsmen. No real engagement there. I think the Iberian swordsman did get in, as you can see. But yeah. Yeah, there's dead Iberians in there. Alrighty. But yeah, Gaety's doing the smart thing. He's like, alright, I have a moment. I'm going to prepare my infantry in a position to hold. Now, where is these... Oh, there they are. The Amazonians. A lot of weapon damage. 40 weapon damage. So they're actually a cheaper unit, very light unit. Very nice weapon damage. Than the Amazonian archers. What are there? What do they have? Let's see. Let us see. So they do have a 150 range. Okay, so they're resistant to fatigue. Oh, great. Yep, the archers are firing in, trying to do as much damage to this boy as possible. So there's only one thing to do. Charge in. Before you get completely just blasted to pieces now that you're under 100 men. Or about to be. Yep, under 100 men. Get into the charge. Another brutal volley. But get in, get a few more kills. I mean, they got just... They literally just got 40 more kills. right like that. And they're winning, apparently. Now that they're no longer being shot at. Like, how wild is that? Elephants are moving in, being sneaky, sneaky boys. Sika's there. These guys are getting ready to go on in as well. I mean, imagine that. They're at 30... They're almost at 200 kills. So now's the moment of truth. The aim to silence these archers once and for all. He's charging in, trying to break through the front line. Look at that number drop. I love Thracian nobles. They're the best things ever. Look at them drop. Then the heavy spears are in. Heavy spears are not going to do anything. Infantry maneuvering around. Those elephants still hidden. These guys are still hidden as well. They're tired, though. These guys are preparing out. They are just visible. And you're about to see a bit of panic on the Gaety side. Etruscans are heading their way back to this front. Trample activated. And they weren't noticed. And now they were. And they immediately go berserk because they're a cheap-ass elephant. These guys got hit first. Funnily enough, these guys weren't noticed at all. So they're just going to continue to go in unmolested. While all the arrow fire hits these guys. I mean, they're losing a lot of numbers. That's what you do. And they regain control at the perfect moment. They go right on in. They're at 100 kills already. So they're aiming for as much as they can. Fire coming in, shots coming in from all the archers, trying to break into the archers fully. They're now just out of control, so they're just going to stay here and kill. But it gives these guys a chance to deal with a lot of the infantry. But you can see that very bad balance of power is now evened out a bit. And this gives Carthage the chance to start to overwhelm their flank here. But Rome's coming in, and Rome is going to be almost impossible to deal with. Of course, that also leaves me with just 2 units left, 2 African war elephants. But on this fight, Cyprus versus the Iberians, it's finally started. The Scutari are having to back up. Militia hoplites, some Egyptian levy. Not very strong units. There's the Gema spears here. These Iberians were fighting in the corner. They were forced back by militia hoplite, and I think the Gema spears. Something was scaring them back. They're still alive here. These men are not going to go. They're not going to break to anything. Yeah, those Scutari are moving back up. Going to try to hit into probably some of these militias. Oh no, he's just going to hold. Interesting. These Scutari are going in. Yep, these Scutari are just going to definitely overwhelm those poor, poor militias. But over here, Carthage is doing some damage here. Odrysians were forced to pull back a little bit more. He's trying to hold with some of his Gallics as he does this. That's right. Dan here is just going to rack up all these kills with fire shot. Because everyone is clumped. He's aiming for the noble swords right now as well as just a mix. Yeah, look at that. Man's at 74 kills. There's my polybus. You see how I said it broke? All the men still exist on it. It just broke. Rest of the polybus. Oh, yep, there's the rest of polybus right there. They turned it around and it broke it fully. But he's at 74 kills. Lots of arrow fire being utilized up, which is what I appreciate and what the Odrysian Kingdom appreciates. Ooh, that was a miss. But we'll be back. We'll see how much is dead. Over here, the Scutari are doing their best to continue to hold out. 74 kills here. Iberians, pretty weak. That Iberian is back to hold them back. Scutari are dealing with Egyptian infantry, but they're being forced back because they're getting shot at. As those Toxodos are firing in. Doing some real damage to Scutari. Yep, being forced back there as more Gemas are firing into the side of the Scutari. Joe's hiding his noble cavalry there. I'm hiding my African war elephants, seeing if I can help out. But those Gallics are being overwhelmed. These guys are being overwhelmed just by arrow fire. They're still going to break that unit of Sikas. Got another hit in. What is he up to now? 121. Another fire. Like, those numbers are insane. But, oh, Dan's got his cavalry back in, just doing some damage. Turn around. He's walking his companions. Oh, there he goes. He's running them. Getting everything out of there. Nice, his general's going in. Going to hit that. Breaking through those poor manipulars. As he continues to try to get them out, companion cavalry as well. What are they at? So this guy here is at 22 men. 169, 182 here. But the general is dead. Carthage's general has passed, so he is at red morale. But basically, we need to win on this side without too many casualties, so I'm moving my elephants around over there. What do we got? Joe and Inors are having their grudge match. Those Scutari are doing some real good damage here. But the issue are these. 3 Galatian Royal Guard, and the question is, how do you break through 3 of those guys? There's the third one, okay. Well, we go back to over here. Defenses are being overwhelmed. Gallic Hunter's trying to hold off on those Principes. I mean, they're doing well, it's just a difference in number. But what's going to happen here, yep, they're going to fire in the back of the Sekas. But the Sekas are just going to overwhelm these Gallics who are already at red morale. And they're going to basically shatter out. Which, I mean, is nice to get fire into the back, but it's not worth it. Those Amazonian archers are basically out. They've been firing it. They are not out. They're pretending to be out, running up with them. Then watch, he activated the bows back on them. So he just should switch targets and start aiming at these guys. Start targeting. But with that broken, he's going to have to pull back. A lot of this is now in the hands of the defenders, and there's not much holding the town center. There's 3 units of nobles holding that town center. He's baiting with the companion cavalry while he's sneaking around with the general. As the Etruscans make their way in, a lot of them injured, except for the general. The general was able to hold out really well, 145 men, even though he was in the midst of combat. Just how tanky those hoplite are. But over here, look at that. The Iberians being a little sneaky, trying to sneak back in. But a lot of Joe's infantry is actually gone. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 5 Scutari, 1 Iberian sword, and 2 bull warriors. So he's 8 units of infantry left. Cyprus has more. Cyprus, outside of the Galatian Royal Guard, probably won't beat his elites. The Scutari should probably win against the Agimas in a straight-up fight. But they're not going to get a straight-up fight. Or they're not going to give a straight-up fight. There you go. That's done firing. That's a 143. I've maneuvered my elephants back over here. We're about to see something that really pissed me off with Shield Wall. But hey, it's the game, not the mod. Those Iberians are going to start targeting. But basically, the attackers roam with a lot of men. Gaeti with not so many men. Etruscans with very little. So basically, this side is... We got to break through Rome. And that's going to require a lot of skill and a lot of luck. So I'm going to be cheeky, see if I can bait some boys. My hope is to hit these while his men are moving in a mass. But he notices and he starts throwing people into shield wall, so I'm going to just pull back. I was hoping to stay hidden just a second longer, at least until I get around that curve, and I thought I would be good. I got noticed earlier, so I wanted to pull out. The companion cavalry is going to start preparing, I think, to go in. Yep. He's preparing into the fight. They're trying to avoid the fight, so he's going to get in. Start tearing them to pieces. Because, yeah, in a one-on-one fight, they're going to just slaughter the Equites. The Socia Equites are faster, so he's going to have to just get in and charge. Which he doesn't get much of a charge in, sadly. But with the infantry in the fight, the companion might actually end up losing out. I mean, that's 222 kills right there. Yep, and those archers are now in position. They're going to have to charge to break through. Slingers are actually doing some real good damage on these guys. These are heavy spears. So what you should do is just charge in there as well. Try to break through that. And eliminate those boys. But over here we got some more infantry that probably are going to need to go to the town center. Look at that. That Iberian sword is still fought, and he's at 105 kills. Now it looks like the militia are going to... The militia have been trying to deal with him. He actually sent a unit of Galatians to scare them off. Scared them off and they came back. They've just stabilized themselves. Both routing. Who's going to win? Who's going to win this out? Because those Iberians have not lost another man. Oh, they just lost one man? That's right. The Iberians won. They are gods. They can't be stopped. I don't know why, but in this game, just so much lived with such little left. That's right. Those Iberians win, and they're going to hold this front. And then Joe goes, you know what, I'm going to be a dick, and I'm going to see if I can get the javelin volleys off. Oh, and they're no longer exhausted. They're very tired. What is that recovery rate? See, look at that. He got a volley off. That's right. That's damage right there. And, yeah, Inoris could have not done that, but he was done with them, so he just jabbed, volleyed them. And they're gone. So this shield wall, by the way, just turns the mass into like a monstrosity. But fire's still going in. That is perfect for the Odrysians. This is what we need here. Though it's 143 kills, 139. Getting this fire in from the slingers is what's the most important right now. Breaking a lot of these units. Silencing everything they've got. So what the elephants need to do is do a lot of damage to this infantry. They're in shield wall. So, you know, if I break through this unit of 53, which, you know, shouldn't be an issue. There's only 53 of them. I should be fine. Those Sika are getting hit hard. They're trying to silence these shots. And now they're in the soft underbelly. Breaking through archers. Getting into a lot of the Etruscans. Now here comes the Noble Sword. Sika forcing them back. But those were dealt with. And now we have the most unfortunate event of this one, which... You know, I say there's moments that define everything. This probably was the one that lost it. If I broke through and got into these guys and then continued this way, probably would have won it. I'll be perfectly honest with you. But this happens. Charge right into these guys. I break a few through, but the rest just get stuck. That's right, I killed 10 Principes. Now, they were in shield wall, but there was 52 of them. And so they get stuck here, unfortunately. And I barely kill any others of them, which is really annoying. Still have half the unit, though. So just going to get right into these gladiators and continue going. Break through all these guys and just do a great job. And no. They decide they're going to run away. They're going to go back and re-quit with his troops. Kind of fucked me over. Joe sends his noble cavalry in, hitting these guys in the rear and the side, doing a lot of damage. Doing a lot of what's necessary. Slinger's getting ready to fire. And to be honest, that's probably what lost it for us, is hitting here. They've lost control, and at least now that they've lost control, they're charging into stuff. Doing some damage. Getting in more gladiatresses, just tearing them apart. By the way, that unit of Principes is at 35 men. It's still alive. It's been being hit by an African war elephant, the better of the war elephants. I start to tease with my general here, try to scare Norris. And then I'm going to retreat him back and be cheeky with him later on. But there's an issue. The enemies are at the town center. I did want to ignore it a little bit so they can get into position. That's right, they're at the town center. So Dan had to move his infantry around the long way to get them into the fight. And really, there's only one unit of infantry left right now. The Thracian noble general, who is doing his best to cut through as much as he can. Slingers getting into the noble swords, trying to break them. 115 kills despite being shot like crazy, and still, yeah, look at that. Doing such a great job. That's where I said I'll be cheeky. I kind of hide him back like, oh no, look at that. As I maneuver them through, because I realized this needs to win yet. Issue now is, look at all this infantry. These are all Principes. Like, there's no way we're winning at this point. And a Praetorian Guard. My elephants had to have killed a lot more than they did there for us to even have a chance. Be honest, there's a lot of problems with this this game overall. Addressing Kingdom bringing 6 units of infantry. Which means in total they need though they did an amazing job with it. Joe finally realizes what's going on, and he's sending his slingers to help, and some infantry as well. Scutari here, cutting down 235 kills. That is amazing. I think he moves his bull warriors over. Yeah, at least one of them. The other one I think is already dead. No, there's the other one. Okay, good. So the 2 units of berserkers to do some real damage. Those slings are still firing, trying to cut down as much as they can. There's 18 noble swords left. Like, the fact that they're still going is incredible. And a yellow morale. They're getting shot. Those guys are going through. My boys are still hidden. That's right. But a lot of weaker Etruscan units. The fact that that general is still holding is insane. He's at 320 kills. That's what he needs each of his infantry to do, really. Bull warriors coming in. Breaking that. Slingers can go back into firing. Archers can continue to hit. Noble swords are going to attempt to stop. Well, I think he was attempting to do something cheeky and like sneak around, and then he realized that there were elephants coming and fucked right off.
Forward!
Those elephants have their battle rhythm triggered. I kind of triggered it a moment too early. Activating trample and just getting ready to run.
We understand.
Gonna just keep going. Already at 70 kills. And lots of routing. That's right, Romans are out, Gatians are out. There we go. By the way, we did count this afterwards. It was 7 units routed right there. Now they're out of control. They're at 200 kills. They're going to keep going. Continuing to just run. They're into the Praetorians. Getting ready to get into the Gladiators. As you can see, Gladiatresses. Still carving into Praetorians. Chasing them down, funnily enough. Yeah, those poor Praetorian Guard are just getting cut to pieces. Elephants at 245. This is what I was hoping for with the other one as well. The first 2 I really wasn't. 100 kills on each of them would have been nice. Which I did. I got 181 on like 70 on the other, I think. So about 100 each. But I wanted this on about both of these war elephants that I had. And I had the opportunity to. Just fuck shield wall. But since those guys are out of control, they're going to just keep continuing. I think second wind was just popped on them, yeah. They're at 280. Those Praetorians are down to 113 men. But with that, basically, it's over. Those Galatian Royal Guard, though they haven't been used yet, are just... There's 3 healthy units of Galatian Royal Guard. Honestly, if it wasn't for those units of Galatian Royal Guard, we probably could have won this fight over here. The fact that he has 3 healthy ones and Rome has all of his army, it's over. Like, we do not have enough left at all. But the Bull Warriors are in the fight. 19 men left, 100 kills. The other one going in to go stop those gladiatresses and then continue to fight. Archers here, this is literally just a fight. We need to get as many kills as possible. That's what this fight became. Samnites going in to break this side. And this is what I mean, like we could have won the side. We did have Samnites in the unit of Scutari here. Gold Chevron Scutari, as well as another unit of Scutari. Just to do some real damage. Just cavalry inside the archers. Just doing some damage. He broke through. Gonna force into those archers. Force them back. That's right, force the Egyptians over. But then here comes a Galatian Royal Guard. Those Samnites are going poorly. Breaking through, and there you go, another Galatian Royal Guard. It's literally what's been stopping us from rolling that side over. This archers are out of ammo, so they're coming on in. But yeah, this is literally the beginning of... Well, it's the end of the end. Those Samnites back into this fight, trying to do some damage against Galatian Royal Guard. Samnites doing some real damage against the levy. But then Royal Guard in the back. And then the last unit of Royal Guard is beating a unit of Bull Warriors and a unit of Scutari. Noble Sword is dying. Etruscan Heavy Hoplites are really close to death. Socii Equites in, and they're just gonna farm kills. They're gonna have the time of their life. This Legatus is gonna sneak around and try to get in. And he's gonna get into those slingers, which is really nice, getting right into Balearics. Watch these kills. And just imagine if that was like a noble cavalry that you snuck through there. Because you still could have snuck a noble cavalry through there, but all 3 of these units would already be dead. But I mean, really good showing for the Legatus, for the size he is. I just saw 69 for a second. Infantry breaking through. Everything here is breaking. I mean, there's not much left they can do. Just Galatian Royal Guard win even when surrounded. Even when outnumbered 2-1. But it is over. Everything is breaking. What is that Socii at? 248. Nice. And that is that. There's 7 seconds left. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it was a wild battle. Bit all over the place. Bit short and a bit random. So we'll start with Dan. We don't look at what's on the left-hand side. That's not important. So, if you take a look at the kills, I want you to remember that we are playing with full army sizes, like the max army sizes, okay? Look at the kills. So Dan got 1800, I got 1710, or 1700, Joe got 1900, and Propane got 1780. He's close to 1800, so I'll give it to him 1800. But then Honora's got 1400 kills, Train's got 1100 kills, Titled had 1200 kills, and Mandalore had 1800 kills. So Joe actually ended the match with the most kills, so congratulations to him. But then you look at army sizes. So all the attackers have over 2,500 men. How? Over 2,600 men. Joe's got 2,000 men. Dan's the next closest with 1,900, so you go, not bad, that's a pretty elite build. Propane and I have 1,400 men. So, let's take a look at how Carthage did starting off. 213 kills with that general. 101 and 108, so the all-mobile cavalry got over 100 kills. That mercenary companion cavalry, 254 kills. Balearics got 253. And the Toxoldis got 154, 140, 172. Galax had some pretty good numbers for low tiers. One of the Samurais got 134. Then we go to me. General African War Elephant got 280 kills, and the regular African War Elephant got 182. Cavalry-wise, 196 for the Numidian Riders, 102, 126, 197. Really good for some really cheap cavalry. Infantry-wise, I got 139 on the Numidian Light Infantry. That's about it. Yeah, these guys are usually meant to hold in place so I can kill with the cavalry. But Joe here, getting the most kills in the game, 163 on his general, the noble cavalry. Bull Warriors with 122. Guerrillas with 188 and another one with 273. Like, I mean, goddamn. Iberians with 124. Those were the gods I was talking about earlier. Scutari 155, 295, 101, 192, or 129. And then propane. So the good news is most of our people went, actually all of our guys went positive. We just didn't have the numbers to offset theirs. So look at that. All positive KD on the defenders. But propane here, 337 on his general, 160 on his general Thracian noble. Slinger wise, we got 163, 133. So 2 good jobs on the slingers. That one with 40 he forgot about and kind of screwed him over. But then we have 182, 203, 301, 144, and 215 on the remaining Thracian nobles. So all of them got over 100. I think they needed all over 200 really. So those two. But I mean, with the 300 ones. So they evened out on over 300 each. So that was good. And that's what I meant, like these guys evened out. So only 40. Still over 100 for both in total. This is the one that messed me up. I needed this to get a decent amount more, at least 100 more probably, to probably have won that fight, or at least made it a lot closer. We're going to start with the Norris here on Cyprus on attack. He's got 176 on that Galatian Royal Guard. Incredibly healthy, by the way. 176 and untouched, 101 and 149 on the remaining Galatian Royal Guards. He probably could have gotten like 300 each easily with that. If we had the men for it, but we didn't. Also close with that Agema, 99. No love for you. 65 for a militia hoplite, love for you. 108 on one of the mercenary Egyptian levy. Then Toxoldis, 148, 100, and 151. That pike did nothing, 0 kills. Trains here with Rum, he got 1,100 kills, though he was still positive with 1,100 men brought, or 1,100 men lost. One of the Equites is gone at 63, but hey, the other one got 250, so that's what matters. Range-wise, none of them did too crazy. Poor Praetorians got screwed. Elephants ran into them. One of the Principes, 204. I mean, like, not many kills. How did he get 1,000? Let me take a look at this. So we have 250 here, so that's 300, 400, 500, 600 to 700, 800, 900. Yeah, he barely. Yeah, oh my gosh. 1,000. That probably. Yeah, that puts it the rest away. 1,100. So his army didn't do particularly well. He had a lot of healthy units like that Principe at 5, that at 0, that at 13, and that at 0. All were healthy. But he only had 4 units of infantry left. That's what I mean. If I got 100 more kills, we probably could have won this. So it was my one elephant misplay that screwed up. That one was fine because I used it to get that one in. But it was just that one elephant misplay, trying to break through the shield wall, which I couldn't at all. That screwed me. Probably should have been more cautious with that. But Gaeta here with titled Sum brought 147, 151 on those Sikas, 130 on those Sikas, 97 on a heavy spear. That is actually really good. Then Mandalore here, getting the most kills on the defenders, or on the attackers, by at least 400. Wow, okay. There you go. None of his archers and his ballista obviously didn't do well. They all died immediately. Axe Warriors 102, 198, 192, 140. Then the Manipulars 203, 135, 152. Then a Thoreos of 124. So I do want to know what you thought of that battle. I told you where we fucked up. I'm an equal opportunity. I fucked up that match. Screwed it up for the rest of us. We could have won that as defenders. I want to run back. So Mandalore, you need to show up on Saturday so we can have a run back. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that to you again. But yeah, that is it for today. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of this battle, because it is really outside of the norms of a normal battle. You all have a wonderful day. I'll be signing off for now. See you next time.